Hey, welcome to another edition of the Halloween Horror Movie Marathon. Tonight we watched Nekromantik, right? That's right.
Yes.
Nekromantik.
Yes.
Because that's what we had to watch. Don't ask me why. That was all him.
Acting.
One. No. It was a 0.
Yeah, it was a 1. I was torn between a 2 or a 1. Well, first of all, this is the first foreign film we've watched with the original voice work in it.
Right.
But yeah, they weren't really that convincing, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to say the acting was terrible, but what they had them act out in the script and what they had was just garbage. Like, I could maybe say 2, but it was just what they were acting out, even if it was the best. I don't know. No, it's still just a 1. It was bad. Effects.
I'd give him a 4.
Yeah, I was actually. I didn't know if I want to do 3 or 4.
The dead things looked good.
I think I'm going to go with 3. That's where I was at originally. I think we can stick with that. But yeah, I mean, everything that was dead looked decent. The blood and everything looks good. Unfortunately, the rabbit scene was not at all effects, and they actually killed and skinned a live rabbit. That was by far my least favorite part of the whole movie, and that's saying something because the whole movie is my least favorite part of the movie.
But the rabbit died humanely.
That was terrible. I was not a fan at all.
You never seen anything get skinned?
I have. I'm just not a fan.
Doesn't bug me.
They didn't just skin it, they also killed it.
Yeah.
You want to kill people, do that all day, that's fine. Animals,
Well, alright. I gotta say this real quick. Animal abuse is very different than humanely killing and skinning an animal. So to me,
They
if
slit
you're
its throat and bled it out. It wasn't
that's
that
what you
humane.
do. That's what they do. Like, where do you think bacon comes from? They
I know,
electrocute the
that's-
pig and then they slit its throat. And
I know, I've seen the videos of them koshering animals, and but still, like, there's got to be quicker, less painful ways to do that.
yeah, that's why they shock them.
Well, at any rate, 3 and a 4, respectively. Yeah.
Mhm.
Story.
Oh boy! How much tape we have on this film? I could go on and on for hours, but it was just
Okay,
wrong.
I'm going to break it down. Last year we watched Dead Girl, which was the 2 boys that found a zombie corpse lady thing and then fucked it. We thought that was the worst horror movie we were ever going to see. This movie is about a guy who works with a crime scene cleanup company, and he steals body parts, and eventually a whole body, and brings them home to excite his girlfriend, and they then make love with each other and the parts and or body. So this is the worst horror movie that we've ever seen. This was terrible, and 1 doesn't feel like a low enough score. I don't know if they have a number. I think is the score I want to give it, but since 1 is the lowest on our scale, that's what I'm going to have to default to. But yeah, definitely a 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad the guy died in the end. I wish he could have in real life. And also the guy that made this movie. I was tempted, though. I'm not going to lie. I was tempted to give it a 2 because of the scene where he's skipping through the field screaming, "Yay!" Because that is probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in a movie. And the fact that the director, the editor, everyone that saw that scene and the filming of the scene and the editing and making of that scene thought it was fine and left it in. Like, that was there intentionally. Like, I've cut worse out of these YouTube videos, and no one watches them. This is a cult classic. Lots of people have watched this, and they kept that scene. So I just want to put that out there to the world.
So here's the context. He gets a hooker, a prostitute, and he tries having sex with her, but that doesn't work, so he chokes her to death and then has sex with her dead body. And then in the morning when he wakes up next to the dead body at the graveyard, the gravekeeper comes and finds him, and he chops the dude's head off. And I think
in half. Not off.
Well,
just in half. Right through the middle.
Yeah, it was off. It was just...
Well, off
in half.
implies here. He, like, sliced it through here.
Oh, well, yeah. Right above the tongue. But anyways, I think the whole thing was he was so excited that he had killed those people, he's like, you know what? There's no escaping this. Now I can just go home and kill myself and have the biggest ejaculation orgasm thing you could ever imagine. And that's the sure as shit. What the hell happened? He killed himself and got off.
A lot. Yeah, graphic nudity in this movie, by the way. Unfortunately, it's almost all male nudity. You see a couple boobs, but you see a whole lot of wiener. So just be prepared for that if you're watching this. And by the way, don't.
Yeah, it starts out with a lady peeing on the side of the road. There's a whole other scene or shot where a guy literally takes a pee in a urinal and they don't cut away.
Yeah, just don't. Scare factor.
10 million?
You know what? Honestly, not just scared because the story disturbs my soul, and it does, and I hurt inside now. But I want to give it a 3. There's a lot of creepy, scary imagery and just unsettling stuff here. Like, I mean, I know we've gone back and forth about what scary really is in a movie or what falls in that category, but, like, I mean, the rabbit thing alone is very unsettling, and a lot of, like, the sex with the dead bodies and
So, you know, the
just
rabbit
the
thing-
gore and the stuff, like, there's a lot here that is easily unsettling and creepy.
I guess to most people, the rabbit thing to me was just, I didn't care.
Well, we can't all watch crush videos on the internet. But yeah, there's a lot of unsettling imagery, a lot of gore, and just... I'd say this is up there for creep factor.
What's scary is the fact that necrophilia is a real thing. It's not like Dracula where it's some legend.
No, this is
This
absolutely...
is a real thing. And
There are people that literally would react like the guy and girl in this movie did.
I'm also thinking that those eyeballs and that heart and all those things in jars were real, like that little fetus. I wouldn't be surprised if those were real.
Well, I'm sure there are. There are death museums where they have those things, so...
I'm talking about...
I'm sure the one he put in his mouth wasn't.
I was thinking that was going to be real. I was thinking that looked pretty real, too.
If they're actually, like, chewing on real gore, like when he gored the cat and all that, then this is creepy on a whole new level. This gets a 9 out of 5. Like
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I would be disturbed to my very core if it was.
I mean, I know the corpses and all that stuff, the large, dead body was fake and all that good stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised if those were like sheep eyes or some other.
Well, anyway,
animal.
throw a number at it because I don't want to think about this anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4. That was, yeah. I mean, I've seen plenty of Reddit 50-50, but that was just wrong.
Yeah, this is something. This is something if you really want to fuck with your friends, challenge them to watch it in its entirety. Because I don't know who originally told me about this movie, but I kind of hope they die painfully. Alright, much to my disappointment, the movie actually got a little over a 2. And I'm not okay with that because it does not deserve that highest score. The effects and the sheer unsettling nature of the film do put the rating up a little, but as far as recommendations, do not watch this. I was joking earlier, don't make your friends watch it. Don't even make your enemies watch it. Just let this one die in obscurity. This is a terrible, terrible film. This is right next to Dead Girl as far as things that I never want to see again.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, this one's no good whatsoever.
yeah. So there's that.
Unless you're into that kind of thing, then have at it.
And stop watching our channel. I mean, we need viewers, but not those ones. And we're going to go now because I need to take a shower in my eyeballs. And then we'll be back tomorrow with a movie that I can absolutely guarantee will be better than this. Because any other movie would be better than this.
Fucking nightmares tonight.